So in this video, I have a 5-step framework that you should be implementing into your data collection practices. And the first step is planning. It's an obvious statement, but breaking step 1 into 3 portions, we have what questions we want answered to, what info do we need to get those answers, and the third one then is what actions do we make to reach those answers. Something key to note is that if you can't connect the action to the information you're collecting, the info might just be irrelevant and just not useful at all, so you're collecting a vanity metric. The second step is actually building. So using software to store your analytics like Google Analytics or the inbuilt features in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. This is where you can answer the questions you set up in the first stage. You can answer things like, where are the majority of our leads coming from? How are they finding us, our channel, our services? This is the key feature of this step, finding answers to the questions set up that in the first step. Okay, so the third step is actually reporting on the questions and the answers that we've done in the past 2 steps. This is going to be done through forecasting, and this is going to focus on results and how you're going to reach those results. Instead of saying next week we're going to gain 25 leads in 1 week, what you need to do is break it down. How are you going to get there? We're going to gain a specific amount of impressions on Facebook. Then of that, a percentage will click through. This will be your unique average. Of that click-through rate, a percentage will turn into leads, and forecast from that breakdown. You might find that an increase or decrease you forecast based on just running some numbers and just finding out what the analytics are telling you, and maybe you could predict more or less leads or more or less sales. So the fourth step is simply implementation. Using the steps we've covered in the past 3 steps, implement your answers into your practices, following each step and making sure each one ties in and stays consistent and you're not skipping anything. Going back to step 1, make sure the actions you take as a result of the data found are actually relevant and will have a direct influence on future data. Otherwise, you risk wasting time on useless information. And that's it for the weekly training this week. Any suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. But before I go, don't forget to join the free Facebook group Fit Pro Lead Gen with Dave, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well if you haven't already. But apart from that, cheers.